Hey, it's Robert184, and you've probably already seen how happy I was at the news that they're going to be releasing a master grade of the V1 Gundam. And instead of just making you watch a stupid dance, I thought I'd actually give you a few ideas about what kind of kits we might be able to see in the near future. From the comments, I could tell that there were a few people that are disappointed that we're getting the Victory Gundam before the V2, but I've got to say I'm the exact opposite, because actually, if we got the V2 first, I'm afraid that we wouldn't get the V1 at all. But in this case, because we get the V1, I think Bandai would be crazy to not make a V2. So I guess it's just a question then of when. If you've been following Gundam kits for a while, and let me take a look at the Bible and show you what I'm talking about here, you'll notice that Ver.Ka kits tend to always come out in pairs. So first you got the regular ball, and then you got the 08 MS team. And then you get the Crossbone Gundam, and then you get the Crossbone Gundam full cloth. Then you get this not really real version of the original Wing Gundam, which was followed up by its slightly different winged brother, the Wing Zero Endless Waltz version. Now that leads me to the question about, are we going to see two versions of the V1 Gundam? Because it has the V-Dash Gundam combination, where it basically just gets an extra backpack, and it also has the Victory Gundam Hexa, which is sort of like a gym type of Victory Gundam. And with these old high grades, they already released something like that, so I wonder if they'll do the same thing with this. If we are going to get a V-Dash Gundam, if you notice, the ball was followed by the 08 MS team 5 months later. The Crossbone Gundam was followed up by the full cloth 5 months later. Gundam Wings, that took a little bit longer. I think that was 7 months later, but you'll notice that there's a trend here. So basically what I'm trying to say is that if we're going to get a V-Dash Gundam, you can look at getting it sometime in summer of next year. In terms of recent history for Ver.Ka kits, if you look at the 2008 yearbook, you'll see that the Unicorn Gundam came out in December of 2007. And that was followed up in December of 2008 with the Shinanju. And in 2009 December, we're probably going to be getting the V1 Gundam. So if you'll notice, there's a bit of a trend here, which leads me to believe that next year, in December, we should be getting a Ver.Ka kit of the V2 Gundam. And far more likely than getting a V-Dash Gundam, I think we can almost be sure that we're going to get a Crossbone full cloth type second re-release of the V2 Gundam that will have the Assault parts and the Buster parts, and allow you to make the V2 Assault Buster Gundam, and that'll probably be the one with the pink wings. But we could be looking at that, if the V2 comes out in December of 2010, we could be looking at the Assault Buster coming out in summer of 2011, so I wouldn't hold my breath for it. One thing to note is, while we didn't get a second release of the Unicorn Gundam 6 months later, as has been the habit, there was the titanium version released, and coming up in early next year, January or February, Bandai has already said that they're releasing 2 more master grade kits from Unicorn to coincide with the OVA. So we have the possibility that they'll put out a Banshee version of the Unicorn. However, that being said, when we did get the Crossbone Gundam, they chose to put out the full cloth version when they did the variant, and they've still never put out an X2. So maybe we shouldn't bet that there's going to be a bad guy version of the Unicorn. Everything I've said so far is really just speculation, but all I can really count on is that we're going to get a master grade of one of my most wanted Gundams, the Victory Gundam, and I have to say thanks to Bandai, and I'm really looking forward to the V2s. Thanks for watching, everybody, and stay tuned in December for my review of the master grade Victory Gundam. I wonder if it'll be bigger than a high-grade, high-new. Hey, wait a minute. Why does he get his master grade before us?